Hi there, you're very welcome here to Sunflower Yoga. My name is Nicola and I'm here to guide you through a beautiful flow to welcome the full moon into the watery sign of Scorpio. So this full moon is here to help you release and let go of anything that's no longer serving you, so you can create space to invite more of what you want in your life. So this flow is going to focus on releasing stress and tension and bringing nourishment to the hips and the pelvis to really help you kind of start that physical process of releasing and letting go. I have links under the comments there, a link to my meditation which accompanies this flow, and in the description there as well I've added some journal prompts to help you create your own at-home full moon ritual. Please make sure as well that you are a subscriber to my channel here. I do upload new meditations and yoga flows at each new moon and each full moon. So if you're subscribing along, you'll get notifications of those new flows when they're uploaded. Okay, so we're going to begin our practice today in a seated position. And I just invite you now just to bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And just lower the gaze there, or just close over the eyes. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here together, just to arrive, become present in this practice. So inhaling through the nose, softly sighing the breath out of the mouth. Allow the shoulders to drop there with the exhale. Release the jaw, relax the muscles through the face. I'm going to release the hands now. I'm going to bring the left hand over into a side bend. Then we're going to bring the right hand over there. I'm just going to rock from side to side here, just starting to invite some gentle movement into the body. And we're just going to bring the fingertips to the shoulders now, and we're just going to push away with the left hand, push away with the right. So again, inviting some movement into the body, really kind of beginning that process of pushing away and letting go of what is no longer serving you. Feel free to coordinate your breath with this movement as well. Just find your pace here, find your rhythm. And then we're going to bring the fingertips back to the shoulders, opening up into some shoulder rolls now. Really opening up across the chest there. And then we're going to bring the hands back onto the knees there. We're going to come into some hip circles. So really starting to warm into those hips to nourish these parts of the body. They can hold a lot of stress, a lot of tension. So here at Sunflower Yoga, we're all about gentle movement that your body is really craving. That's really accessible. That's reversing the direction there. That's really nourishing for your body. And we're going to come back to centre, and we're going to pop over into a tabletop position now. So from our tabletop position, we're going to do a few cat-cow spinal waves here. So we're going to draw the navel up towards the spine, arching into the back there. Then we're going to drop the belly, lifting the chin there. And we're just going to move through this cat-cow flow. And just imagine that you're flowing through some waves there. You've got water washing over the body. This wave-like motion is really nourishing for our spine. We're stretching right down into our ribs there, stretching into the pelvis. A really nourishing posture. And then we're going to come back to that tabletop. We're going to step the left foot through now into a low lunge. So coming into that lunge there. Nice bit of length there through the neck there. And then we're going to lift the left hand up, coming into a gentle twist there. And then we're going to walk the two hands. We're going to walk the left foot out to the edge there, bringing the hands inside the leg there. We're going to come into a lizard pose. So we can kind of stay here. We can come down onto the forearms if that's accessible. Or we can drop that left knee out to the side there to open up into the hip there a little more. Just find that position that's nourishing and nurturing for your body. And we're going to lift that leg back up. We're going to walk the hand back to the outside of that left foot. We're going to step the left foot back there. We're just going to take a little rock back and forth. Then we'll take that on the right hand side of the body. So we're going to bring that right foot through now, coming into that low lunge. And then we're going to lift that right arm up, coming into that gentle twist there. And then we're going to walk the right foot to the side of the mat there, bringing the two hands inside of the right foot there. So just coming forward into a lunge here, dropping the forearms perhaps, or dropping the right knee out to the side there. So open up into that right hip flexor. Again, finding that move that your body is asking for, that your body is craving. I'm going to bring that knee back up to centre, walking the foot back between the hands. We're going to step that foot back now. And we're just going to come to sit on the knees here, perhaps opening the arms wide and coming into a lovely bear hug here. We're going to open up the hands. We're going to widen the knees to the edges of the mat there, and we're going to come into a child pose. And then from here, we're going to lift up and come into a upward facing dog. So the knees are pressed into the mat here. The tops of the feet are pressed into the mat. We're opening up across the chest. Option to stay in that child pose if this doesn't feel like something you want to do right now. And we're going to come back to sit on the knees. And we're going to come into a lying down position now. So we're going to come to lie down on the mat. And we're just going to walk the feet just towards the edges of the mat a little there. I'll just come down a little here. So we're going to walk the feet to the edges of the mat there. And we're just going to start to windscreen wiper the legs here from side to side. So gently massaging across the hips there, across the back of the pelvis. A lovely move here to help and begin that process of letting go of tension in these areas of the body. Help you start that process of letting go at this full moon in Scorpio. And next time the knees come over to the right, just letting them land down towards the ground there, coming into a twist for a few breaths. Gaze can be up to the sky, or you can bring the gaze over the left shoulder. And then we're going to bring the legs back through centre, dropping them over to the left now. Again, gaze can be up to the sky or bring the gaze over the right shoulder. And bring the knees back up to centre. We're going to draw the knees in toward the chest there. Now they're finding stillness here, or you might like to just rock from side to side or make circles there with the lower back. And then we're going to bring the feet onto the mat there. And we can either end the practice in Savasana, or we can take a reclined butterfly by bringing the soles of the feet together, dropping the knees out to the side, the arms are out to the side, taking up space. If you would like to stay here for a few minutes, you might like to pop some cushions or some blocks underneath the knees there. Or to stretch out into a traditional Savasana, asking yourself how you would like to end your practice. Just taking a few breaths here. And know that you can pop over onto the Scorpio meditation after this yoga flow if you'd like to continue your practice. Perhaps exploring the journal prompts there in the description as well, just to really allow you to tap into the energy of this full moon in Scorpio. Use this energy to release and let go, but also to celebrate your achievements this cycle as well. Allow this full moon to illuminate what's going well in your life. I'll just close off this practice with a long body stretch. And then we'll just roll over onto the side, carefully lifting up into a seated position. And we'll just bring the hands to heart center, or we could bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart there. Taking another inhale together through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me here at Sunflower Yoga for this yoga flow to welcome the full moon into Scorpio. Namaste. Please do leave me a comment below if you've enjoyed this video and if you'd just like to share any insights for what's coming up with you at this full moon. Take care, and I hope to practice again with you very soon.